Wrist pain is the worst, especially when it comes to calisthenics, because we do so much with our hands flat on the floor, a wall, or even grabbing onto things like towels. And it's only going to hold you back. Now, I know it's very tempting to use like push-up handles and stuff, but this is more of a band-aid or a crutch to the real issue at hand. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what's actually causing your wrist pain and how you can address it so you never have to deal with it again. The number one cause of joint pain is stress going into the joint. Now, your body is structured such that you have a joint with connective tissue around it, you have bones, of course, and on either side of that, front, back, and top and bottom, you have muscles. Now, when you apply any sort of resistance or force to the body, your joints can handle an obscene amount of stress, even as you get older, provided the stress is flowing through the muscles. And this is what having good tension control is. When you have tension on top, in the muscles that are both above, below, and on either side of the joint, the tension flows through the joint in a very pain-free, functional, and comfortable manner. But when a muscle isn't quite doing its job in somewhere along this scenario, the force goes through the muscle, and because it can't continue along that muscular chain, boom, it goes straight into the joint, and that's where we have a lot of our aggravation. And this is exactly what's happening with a lot of wrist pain. So the first plan of attack is quite simple, actually. We have our single joint. We have, well, you don't have a lot of muscle in your hand, but you can transfer stress through your hand. Like my hand right now is tense due to the tensions in my forearms. So having tension control in both the extensors, that bring your hand here, and your flexors, and rotation to some degree, are very important. So when we're down on the floor, we don't want to just place our hand flat on the floor in a very relaxed manner, because that's going to ensure that the force goes through the bone and it goes right into the joint because the hand is relaxed. Instead, tense up the hand. I've heard some people talk about clawing the floor a little bit, but I don't think you necessarily need to press into the floor too hard. Just tense up your hand as if you're about to, do a karate chop to something hard. You don't do it with a relaxed hand. Tense up your forearm, and that should allow the stress to flow through the hand. Practice this total lower arm tension with shifting exercises to improve mobility and stability as well. Things like shifting forward and back. You can place your hands side to side, kind of like you're a seal, and you go back and forth here. Also twisting the arms. That's another source of a lot of joint pain, is when the arms get twisted around and you get sort of funky angles in the wrist. This sort of warm-up before you're doing your push-ups or any sort of hand placed on the floor exercises can do a lot to improve the tension control, mobility, and stability of wrists, which over time should make them bulletproof. I left a little wrist mobility warm-up drill down below in the description section if you want to check that out. Also, please leave your comments and questions down below as well. If you find this information helpful, remember I come out with these videos every single week, so you can subscribe there so you don't miss an episode. You can learn more information in this video here. Till then, be fit, live free.